Hey, my name's Chadwick Stokes, and you're watching the AU Review.
Welcome to South by Southwest.
Thank you very much.
Is it your first time at this festival?
No, it's not.
So,
I've been here with other projects.
what have your experiences been in the past?
First time I was here was a long time ago, and none of these buildings were here.
Yeah.
So
many hotels now and apartment buildings.
Yeah.
And it's even since I first started coming here 5-6 years ago, and even since then, it's
it was
different.
cool. We were in like this converted movie theater, and this girl in a TWA, like an old stewardess outfit, came up and licked my cheek, and that was I thought that was very odd.
That is,
But also endearing.
Mm.
You know, I was like, wow, does that happen here? You know,
Apparently, it does.
that was just crazy. It was fun.
So that's been how you've kind of been introduced
Yeah,
to the Austin lifestyle.
That set a pretty high precedent, I must say.
Let's talk about your music. You've got a new record out. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, I recorded mostly in Chicago, some in LA with Brian Deck and Sam Beam from Iron and Wine, and Noah Georgeson from Devendra Banhart's band, and came out a few months ago and just been touring around. It was the album was written and built on the living room tour I did last year, which I went with my kids and my wife and just toured around to people's living rooms working on songs, and so it kind of came out of that.
Fair enough. And has the reception been so far?
It's been good for my. I have for the first time in my career, you could say I've been getting a lot of critical success.
That's got to feel pretty.
I don't know if that means people are going to come to the shows, but it does. After this, I know I've been in bands since I was 18, so it is nice to have that kind of angle, I suppose.
It certainly is. And you're talking about playing in living rooms and doing kind of making music in unique ways. Is there a way that you've been able to capture that on record, do you think?
Well, a lot of the tunes we did, we recorded everything all at the same time, so like we didn't separate the tracks so much, so we just had to get a good take, a good vocal take, good guitar, and I was playing with basically the Iron and Wine band, and so it was kind of listening back to 4 or 5 takes, we would listen back to just collectively what was the best one, and, so I think it informed that. It was that rawness was still there.
And what great musicians to play with as well.
Yes, definitely. Amazing Chicago musicians for the most part, and awesome people. When
you surround yourself with those sort of musicians, I mean, their sort of experiences must rub off on you a little bit as well.
Yeah, you try to just listen. As we're looking or fishing for drum beats and stuff, you try to listen to what they're bringing to the table and just be open-minded and trust the people that Sam and Brian, who are producing the record, and kind of let them not be too precious about things.
So the rest of the year, what's it holding for you?
We go to Australia with my first band, Dispatch, in a week or so.
We'll see you there.
Excited about that.
Is your first time to Australia?
I've been with my second band, State Radio. We've played there a few times. So
you've been a busy man, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess so. But my first time going as Dispatch, and I've always thought Australia was a fairly dispatchy country.
Yeah.
So with the harmonies and the rootsiness of it. So I'm psyched to return. Really excited. I love that country.
And maybe you can do a sneak up show of this material as well.
I actually am.
You are?
After Dispatch goes home, and then I play a show in Melbourne and a show in Sydney on the April 11th and 12th.
That sounds about right. We'll put it under the interview, and we'll make sure everyone knows about it. It'll be great to see you in Australia.
Thanks.
What can we expect from the shows? Do you have a band with you when you're doing your own shows?
No, it's just me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like real stripped down and just the bones of the song, as they say.
Back to where the songs began, I suppose, with just you and a guitar.
Yes, if you will.
And it's great that you are getting to see the world, and it's an interesting way to see the world, though, isn't it? It's sort of like 3 minutes in each city, and
I'd love to wander around like you Australians are very good at, and float about the world, but I'm not a young man anymore where that would be appropriate. I got a wife and kids, and so now it's like kind of going with the bands and do the shows, and then like if I don't have the family with me, then I kind of hustle home.
You're only as old as you feel.
That's right.
Just and isn't this the industry of keeping young forever? Isn't that the whole idea?
Yeah, that might be a problem depending on who you talk to.
That's right.
My wife, maybe.
Yes. Well, we won't let her see this interview. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks,
I wish
Larry.
you all the best. How many
Thanks,
shows
man.
have you got at South by?
Like 4 or 5.
That's all right. That's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Yeah, just popping about, play a couple of. I mean, it's way easier than digging ditches.
It's way easier than digging ditches.
I'll take it.
Fewer better words have been fewer better said.
By fewer men.
By fewer
Right.
men.
Cool, man.
But not by lesser men.
Touche. Touche. Thank you.